Hello, this is Silent here, and welcome back to Model Kit Monday. Today we're taking a look at the high-grade build custom diver gear. Now, the diver gear is a display base. In toy form, it is strictly a display base. It is based on the Action Base 5, except it has a new base plate, a new stand clip, and does not have the stand connector clips that the Action Base 5 comes with, so you need to provide those if you want to hook this up to anything. But it is a special item. In that, in series, the diver gear is what you need in order to access Gundam Battle Nexus Online, which is where all of Gundam Build Divers takes place. All the battles, everything important, you need one of these in the series. Now, as a toy, or as a model kit, I should say, and it's not really a toy even, it is a base plate for a stand. So it's kind of one of those things, just like the GP base for the Build Fighters and Build Fighters Try. Actually, I think they only released it during Build Fighters, just re-released it during Try. It's a stand. The GP base, I think, was a little bit more fun because it was kind of like you got kind of like a handheld device thing. This is more of a base plate for a action base. That's pretty much it. Now, as you can see, some nice sculpted detail underneath the clear plastic here. But just like with the GP base, you can actually customize it. This is a cutout from the instruction sheet. You can see there's a place for the diver name, the force, the gunpla, the scale, model number, and extra details. So I'm actually going to probably do a scan of this, take this into Photoshop, and get some custom labels printed so I can use them for my Build Vibers kits, whichever ones I put on here. Now I usually like to get this kind of squared away, top down, because then it kind of fits in nicely. So overall, I think it looks pretty good. If you want to just write straight on it, you can do that. I like giving myself options, especially since I only have one diver gear right now. I don't want to limit myself to just having, 00 diver or HG Magnum or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Now, in terms of what you get for stand connector parts, first up, you get two of these. These just slide between the legs of a mobile suit. They fit on some, they don't fit on others. The instructions do recommend you just cut these down, like this part here, to fit whatever kit you're going to put on here. Personally, I don't like those permanent options, like I said. This is a standard peg. Now, this peg can go straight into the stand connector on a gunpla, or it can actually peg into this device, which will actually peg into certain weapons, such as the ones for the HG Magnum, just because that's kind of a smaller connection hole if you need it. You can also plug in this to here, and this is kind of an adapter piece to plug onto one of these. Now, these kind of connect to the larger peg holes, and they allow you to attach parts like this, which don't have a receiving end. So kind of a lot of great options with this stage. And you do get two adapters there, as well as one of these, which is on a large peg, but sticks out to a smaller peg. And this is a large peg to large peg with a curve. And this is a grip clip kind of thing. You just, spread it apart, squeeze it around the waist of a mobile suit, put it around a weapon. I'm thinking this would work great for Tryon 3's sword, but you have that option. It's on a large size. So if you need this to peg in, so if you really wanted to, you could do something like this where you go large peg, converter to large peg to, well, where's the small peg? To the small peg. And then you just kind of have like this really weird claw. So you got those options. In terms of the arms to hold them on, you get this, which is a simple small peg, large peg on the receiving ends. This one just goes straight in, by the way. You don't even have to like put any other adapter on it. So you got that for some weapon usage. These pieces work with these pieces, which work with these pieces. So this is the standard connector. These just plug on straight here, by the way. This one came with the Action Base 5. This one's exclusive to the diver gear, which we'll put on right now. These two work in tangent with these. For example, you clip this on like that. You put a little spacer piece to keep it stable, and now you've got a nice like weapon stand. You can do this with this one as well, and again, nice little weapon stand. Now, what really is your best option if you're wanting to just display a single gunpla, because most gunpla don't have additional weapons that are flying about, they actually clip together. What's cool about these as well is that they've actually finally solved the issue of the articulating stands being sturdy while also moving. The GP base, it was just a simple move, and it eventually just got super loose on, I think, all of them. And then the old action bases, you had to unscrew a screw to actually move this. This is just now a clip system, so it actually holds in place. You can do it on this end, like this. I think these are the same size peg on either side, but you notice there's a little action here, and that's what little spacer pieces are for. They're kind of like ladders. You just kind of stick them in. They just wedge in place. You can just stick this down in here. Now you got that, and then you can just put like a standard peg here, and then you bring in a gunpla, and you can just hook them up there, and that's basically how the diver gear functions. So that is the Build Fighters diver gear. Yeah, Build Strike Galaxy Cosmos, not exactly from Build Divers, but it's all I've reviewed that is here. So overall, that's pretty much it for the diver gear. It's a very, very robust display base, and I highly recommend it. Even if you don't get Build Divers kits, it's still pretty cool. Again, it also shares similarities with the actual Action Base 5. So if you want to just get Action Base 5, you can do that too if you don't like the way this base is. I think it's a little bit more exciting of a base than the Action Base, so definitely go with your options there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. Stay tuned for next week on Model Kit Monday, where we dive straight into the world of Gundam Build Divers with the 00 Diver. He is next up on the review scale. And also stay tuned because I have other Build Divers kits, as well as that AZ Gundam that I promised last week when I reviewed the Build Strike Galaxy Cosmos. So, there's a lot coming up on Model Kit Monday. Also, be sure to comment below and tell me if you like this setup here at the building table as opposed to the setup in front of the display table. It's kind of a thing I wanted to try it out, so we'll see how that works, and that's pretty much it. So stay tuned for more Model Kit Monday. Until next time, the sound saying goodbye.